Hi, my name is Elle. I'm a cross-stitch artist and designer here on TikTok, and today I'm going to be answering Huffle Turtle's question. I just started a few weeks ago. It's insane. Any tips you could share? So we are currently talking about the epic Pokemon Tapestry piece that has all 5 of the first generation Pokemon in it. It is 5 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and it is a beast. So I personally have the AudiHD combo platter, so I'm going to be giving you tips based off of my personal experience. They may or may not apply to you. Some of them I feel like are kind of universally applicable. Some of them are probably a little bit more applicable to the ADHDers here, but here we go. This is what I've got. I'm going to start by saying, pace yourself. This pattern is a marathon, not a sprint. I don't care how many hours a day you stitch this pattern. It is going to take you multiple years to finish it. I've literally done the math. Even if you worked at this 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, it's still going to take you almost 2 years to do this pattern. So pace yourself. Give yourself a chance to take a break. If you get overwhelmed, if life comes up, it's okay. It'll still be here waiting for you when you're ready for it. Number 2. Don't do this as a paper pattern piece. I know that previously you've probably heard me say, I'm a paper girl. I will die a paper girl. I don't want to try digital pattern keeping, whatever. No, I'm sorry. This pattern converted me. I think I got about 2 pages into this pattern and I was just like, oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare. This pattern is 200 pages. I give up. I downloaded Pattern Keeper. I tried it out. I downloaded Markup RXP. I tried it out. I decided on Pattern Keeper personally. However, Pattern Keeper has been a life changer for this pattern. Find a way to do this pattern digitally. Don't try to do it via paper. Even if you like paper. If you use Android, Pattern Keeper. If you use an iOS system, Markup RXP. Those are my go-tos. Number 3. Have a plan for where you are going to store this or how you are going to store this when you are not working on it. Now, I understand that, again, this is one of those ADHD things, but for me personally, the amount of effort it takes me to set something up and then tear something down at the end of it is going to affect my willingness and my ability to sit down and do the thing. So the easier it is to set it up, the easier it is to put it away when I'm done, the less involved in that, the better, and the more I'm going to be able to work on this, and the less hurdles my brain has to jump through in order to sit down and work on the thing. And remember, this is a really big project, so you need to have a plan in place. You can't just leave it out. It will get dirty, it will get damaged, it will get dog hair or cat hair all over it. You need to have a plan in place for what you are going to do with this when you are not actively working on it. That leads me to tip 3.5 or 4, if I don't know, we're keeping track. Anyway, I personally decided to use a tapestry frame for this piece in order to store it, in order to hold it, in order to make it easier to set up and tear down when I am working on it and when I'm done working on it. I did have to modify a scroll frame, a tapestry frame in order to do this. I do have some previous videos where I showed off what mine looks like and the kind of modifications we made for it. If you need more information on what we did, how we did it, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to talk more about that process. Tip number 4, 5, I don't know, I lost track. Anyway, have something going on in the background while you are working. Some people like to watch TV while they stitch. I know I personally do. That could also be an audiobook or a podcast or even just somebody to hang out and talk to as you are working on this. It's always great to help keep your enthusiasm up and keep you motivated to keep working on it as you are going. Like I said, this is a marathon project. It is going to take many, many, many hours, and you don't want to be getting bored if you're just stitching and not doing anything else. But again, that might just be an ADHD thing. Maybe you like stitching in complete silence. That seems really strange to me. I don't think I could ever do that. But if you can, go for it. Do what works for you. All right, back to more practical tips. I forgot what tip number we're on. Get a needle minder that is specifically dedicated to this project and lives with this project. I cannot tell you how many times I had to go off wandering through my house searching for my needle minder because I only had one at the time and I couldn't remember which project I had left it with. Get one that is dedicated just to this project and just leave it with it. It will make things a lot easier every time you sit down to stitch. All right, next up, buy the cone of 310. Just bite the bullet, buy the cone of 310. I made another video previously where I talked about how much black you're going to be using to do this project, how many skeins of floss you're going to need in order to just do this project, and then how much floss is in this compared to the number of skeins, and then how much those skeins cost. I made a whole video where I broke down all of the math of it. This is cheaper. This is cheaper, and it will last you. You will have more than enough to do this entire project and many, 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 many more projects beyond it. And it's the same price as what you're going to be paying just for the black for this project. With that said, you also don't necessarily need to buy all of your materials up front. I know that it's a lot of colors, it's a lot of floss. If you don't have the money to do all of it right up front, look for some of the common colors. Buy the black, get the big cone of black, and just work on that for a while. And your next paycheck, just buy a couple colors every time and just do a little bit at a time if that's what it takes. Pace yourself with that too if you need to. This is a long video, so I'm gonna wrap it up with saying, have someone to cheer you on. Whether that's an online community like I've created over on the Discord and everything, or whether that's just having a best friend that you send updates to and they're just hyping you up. Have somebody who's excited about cheering you on for this project. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need that little bit of like, oh my gosh, look how much you've done. Look how much you've accomplished today or this week or this year. This project is gonna take a long time. And having somebody there to be excited and to cheer you on every step of the way is going to make a world of difference. Anyway, I hope that was all helpful to you. And yeah, happy stitching and good luck. I cannot wait to see it done. And I'm gonna be here cheering you on every step of the way. Let's go, we got this.